Midas, we're looking at this Dire team, second time in a row. 5ManMidas looking to close this series out and potentially get a 2-0. But it feels like anything is on the board. We have late game for the Dire. We also have some late game for DogChamp. But DogChamp would love to press the tempo early, Kips.
They definitely would. And they have the right tools for it. This Monkey King has a potential for a great lineup versus this Timbersaw. If he gets himself an early Echo Saber, he can start really putting down no-go zones in these team fights where a Silencer and Ogre Magi absolutely cannot show their faces. And at least as long as he is in his Wukong's command, he also matches up very decently versus the PA. The amount of bonus armor that he gets actually really bothers her.
30 seconds to battle.
Look at that big gaping emote there in the mid lane in the river. If that's a baiting one, but we have some really cool tags here, at least on both sides. I don't know if you're a supporter of either of these teams, you got some really cool stuff for either one.
Oh yeah, you get your money's worth. That is such a good dog.
At least we're not going to see some early aggression from either team. Bounty's looking to go 2 for 2. We get our laning stage rolling at the same time. So one thing about warding here, look at some interesting warding locations, especially the bottom fire ward inside the tree line. Just you could think to put that either as a courier scouting ward, or you could put it a bit deeper into the lane. Does Bloody Nine recognize this one? Because if there's no camp blocked by the 1 minute marker, I just put down a random sentry ward down to potentially find the ward. But this is really where it comes down to, does the team know where the opponent likes to ward? Because I feel like, did you actually read, I think that was a pretty interesting manuscript on Reddit about the TI-10 victory for Team Spirit, how they actually spend time discussing about where does the opponent like to put their wards in? How do the supports play?
Yep. Back in, well, most teams where I've been in, but especially the pure analyst work, they really loved having heat maps of where the opponents are going to work. Although, at some point during the best of 3, this often gets either forgotten or it's so inherent in them that they don't think about it anymore. It's either or. This Timber is going in.
I feel like this Timber's going places too. Bloody Nine's going to force out a Fairy Fire. Silencer does use almost his entire mana pool with this primary engagement, so won't get to use that for a second time unless they get more mangoes into this lane. And would you look at that Silencer Orb of Corrosion? Interesting. I mean, Bolo is coming up with some pretty interesting builds today.
Certainly is. I hope he survives his attempt at trading, though.
First blood! For a second,
well, I mean, we'll have to see if that item build is really going to be as magical as it is on our side. He's the one who came up with the setup blade for the Skywrath mage. But the Orb of Corrosion up on a Silencer. It does amplify a bit on the Glyphs of Wisdom. Yes, but at least it helps the Phantom Assassin who doesn't have to build it in their team. Same for the Void Spirit who does a bit of physical damage too.
I wonder if the Skywrath wants to get close enough to right-click after the laning stage, though. That sounds pretty risky to me.
Even if you don't think about the Orb of Corrosion with the minus armor, I'm looking at the amount of slow this Silencer actually has. With only just the Orb of Venom itself already, like you're looking at the Arcane Curse plus Orb of Corrosion.
Absolutely. Fire has to pick her engagements very carefully, because if she walks in on half health, she might not be walking out.
Yep. And not taking Cookie level 2 has Scatterblast instead. So recognizing that slow is the thing that they need, then might as well just keep the distances as they are.
Over in the mid lane.
Goes to block the easy camp. Well, yep.
RL actually doing pretty fine here up against Quap. Really abusing the fact that he's got the physical damage protection from the Resonant Pulse against the Quap, who's a lot of her harassment in the end comes from her right clicks and her good animation.
Good Spirit getting a lot of damage onto Rayla Lisa. At least the Queen of Pain gets the walk out of this one. The Spirit combo starts to hurt a lot, but also the Queen of Pain has her tools to keep this Void Spirit in check.
She does, and I feel like we have the exact same situation here. We're on level 6. Either of these two players could kill the other one.
Yep. Also feels like neither one actually wants to leave this mid lane until they absolutely have to for a rotation to the other lane, because these are both really good damage dealers onto towers. So if that mid tower falls early, it's a big advantage for the one who actually manages to take it. But at the same time, you kind of want to rotate to a side lane to look for a kill. Bolo getting hit by the cookie from Bloody 9, but Stonebank unable to close in the distance onto the silencer. But Bolo's done a great job of enabling this Timber Saw, even with 14 last hits picked up. It doesn't sound like it's a lot, but this could be a whole lot worse, because if you look at this aggression they're applying again onto the silencer, Bolo is dead again. Boy can't really do much to respond. He's got Timber Chain available, but Bloody 9, if you walk in the middle of that lane, you walk a fine line of keeping yourself alive.
Yep. He's all whirling death right now. Not really any bite, so can't unfortunately do anything versus Bloody 9. But yeah, completely agreed. This Silencer had to sacrifice a lot in order to get his Timber Saw lane, get him through the early levels, and they have succeeded. So as far as Bolo is concerned, he's done his job, and I think they're going to be happy interrupting this pull here as well.
Yeah. Surprising that last creep also walks back to the Timber Saw instead of going to the neutral camp. And every time I look at this top lane, it feels like Yaren and Ray are just walking around the easy camp. They've been doing that a couple times now, just trying to disjoint each other's. Luki is having a lane of his life. 33 last hits, 18 denies on this Legion Commander against the PA.
That is actually incredible. I thought that this Ogre Magi could do a whole lot more in walking at this this Legion Commander, but instead it feels like they're very scared of anything happening. And on the bot lane, meantime...
Bank would love to get those Jingu stacks. Oh! Somehow that last right click didn't go all the way through, so no Jingu stacks for Stonebank. Still a kill traded, 1 for 1. And it was actually Bolo dying first, so no -2 IQ. Silencer still doesn't have any stacks. Lies down to half HP. They did use the bushwhack. Like she did get able to. They're gonna actually turn around. RRL has rotated, and here's Bolo. The entire team is here. Ooh. So is the Queen of Pain. Ray Lisa, double kill, triple kill potential. Shadow Strike doesn't quite connect on the Void Spirit. Luki is also dead. Bolo will finally get his first 2 stacks of permanent intelligence, but super important that Ray Lisa is there, and they have read that rotation from the Void Spirit to the top lane.
And this Phantom Assassin, her game is shot. She can't really return to this top lane. Whoever shows up here is going to push her out. So instead she's making her way over to mid, trying to get to that level 6 so that at least she can start creating some jungle creeps. But this is the worst possible start for her.
And Lisa getting a bottle refill from Luki, who TP's back to top. He's got a duel available. Void's still sticking around this area. And we've already seen from game 1 how aggressive RRL can be and how much he wants to. And they will go on this Legion Commander the second they get the opportunity for it. And this LC is at the mercy of RRL. And this Void gets the kill for himself. That also means that this Legion's going to have to walk back the lane the next time he respawns. RRL, is he still done with it? Doesn't quite get the connection with the Remnants.
Ray Lisa can't do anything about that.
Yeah, they're going to get an ogre kill. That's something.
That's something. As soon as they separate out, because if the Silencer is still there, any blink in from Ray Lisa is going to cost her too much HP, and the Quap might actually die. So it looks like she's standing around with her hands in her pockets there, but she actually can't do anything.
PD Rune, the bottle of the Void Spirit, making a way towards bottom, has been scouted by both of these ops boards, so they see exactly where he's going, and they see where he is coming from. Okay, also TP's bottom. With all this traffic in bottom, PA, who's not in the top lane right now, they've left it for the Silencer to pick up some XP, should be careful. And Bolo is. He's hiding in the trees. Luki trying to push the wave. Yaren is there ready. They would love to get a quick duel on anybody they can find. Like, especially if the PA was still there, they would definitely try and attempt the dive. And they've seen 2 heroes now in the bot lane, pushing that tier 1. Yaren hiding in the trees with the scurry, scouting ahead. And they found the silencer. They've got that, and that will be a duel connecting onto the silencer. Should be a kill. Is it a duel victory, though? Nope.
It is not.
That is denied, but it's a kill anyway. And the tower's also down, and they've just started to hack this tier 1 in the top lane.
If there was any big team fight ultimate server on 5ManMidas, you could definitely teleport them towards the top lane right now and try to hold it still, but as it is, I think the Timbersaw is much happier. No, hold that thought, he is just actually going there. It's a risky place to be, my friend.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Instead of a hold that thought for little boy, but at least he is the one who's capable of doing so. He found Bloody 9, and this Snapfire is in trouble, taking 1 HP. Cookie's a creep on top.
Ooh, my friend, you just missed Stonebank getting caught in the river.
Just did. So Ray and RRL just together, getting a kill on the Monkey King. I wonder how that actually happened.
He was clearing the mid wave, walking over to top, and RRL was just close by enough to grab him with a remnant. And yeah, with Lies there to back him up on the damage front, nothing the monkey could really do.
Well, there's not much that the monkey can do. Ace Echo Saber being built from Stonebank, and look again, they're going again. Number 2. This is the Boundless Strike though. Easy dodge for the Void Spirit. Bolo is also unfazed by this. He needs 2 XP to hit level 6. And he's got it.
Finally. That's going to provide so much protection.
Silence.
Yep, exactly. Versus the next possible jump from the Queen of Pain. She is making good progress towards this Orchid though.
I think that's going to be a bit of a dual interrupter too. If they see the LC nearby, gotta press 1 button, my friend. Just 1 button. They found the Timber. Ogre should be careful too. He reveals his location. It's the Snapfire. Snap is trying to scout for a ward with the Courier. Nobody home. A lot of Couriers
Timbersaw's a hard kill.
Ray is actually charging in. And he's gonna get caught by the Bushwhack. Timber's right there. The Boundless Strike is there. They've got the duel. No global right now, at least. Meanwhile, in mid, RRL dropping very low on HP, but he gets the Astral Step, and with that global, we'll be able to clear out our Rayla Lisa. And Yaren being pushed out, they will get the kill on the Void Spirit anyway. Mortimer's Kiss is also playing in by Bloody 9, and he finds Lies. He knows where he was going to jump to, and the PA net is down 2. And little boy, he's only got himself remaining against these 3 Luki. A couple armlet toggles. They're going to lose the Snapfire. Little boy stands his ground nicely. And in a 1v3 scenario, still finds a kill.
Very surprised to see DogChamp moving for top when you really need the Queen of Pain in order to bring this Timbersaw down, but instead she was mid getting gone on with that first global silence.
That was 1v1 in mid, and just at the crucial moment when the Remnant was about to end, that's when he pressed the global silence to prevent her from disengaging. And allowed the Void Spirit to get the kill. Ray's gonna get ulted, the Sharpshooter hoodwink. Not sure if you're a Sharpshooter if you're shooting it from like 5 meters away, but it counts! And a dual victory for the LC. Bolo being chased up, Silence co-op. And right clicks. Slowly dying is the Silencer, and Rayla Lisa gets a double.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken. Yeah, that
torture.
the poor Ogre Magi just running into a jewel again. And pretty much... Lookie's gotta be really hot.
Well, if you look at the shape of this Phantom Assassin for a second, he's up to 66 last hits now. Is last in net worth. That is not a good indicator for 5ManMidas. Battle Fury in the works, still very far away. Looking at 17 minutes, 18 minutes potentially if this PA is not hunted or killed in between. Meanwhile, Luki goes for a very optimistic duel on the Timbersaw because you can. Why not? Not a dual victory again, but a kill on the Timber. And this is the Space Creator guy who just got hunted in his own jungle.
Between the Snapfire and Looky Looky, there is actually quite a bit of damage, especially if the Timbersaw doesn't have his reactive armor stacks up. And this is such a liability. This PA, if you have a good PA game, you already have a Battle Fury by this point. You can actually come in at the end of fights and shove some damage towards whoever's most in need of it at that point. But no, this PA is going to be farming for the next 4 minutes still, and that means that everything comes down to this Timbersaw Void Spirit combination. And RL has already been roaming so much.
Stone Bank. It reveals the Monkey King. Global Silence being used too. Monkey King being jumped on. And there's nobody else there, so they want to secure this kill. And they will get it. RL gets the kill. Phantom Assassin participating with the assist. One piece closer towards getting that Battle Fury done. And still having to play from behind. DogChamp pushing mid, trying to get this tower done. Timbersaw. For his opening, dives straight in. Looky gets an armlet toggle in between, but with that ignite, you've got to get a really good one. He doesn't press the attack to dispel it off. Even the Timbersaw away with the Orchid being used, but RRL, he's not done yet. He's going to go for the dive, going to try for a bit of an attempt here. Snapfire, drops down to half HP, gets quickly bursted down. And suddenly, when you're defending your tower, you're now pushing a tower. But Stonebank is there for the defense. Rayla Lisa is there too. And with that Sonic Wave, it connects onto two. Timbersaw gets sharpshooted into the face. And that armor comes crumbling down. Bolo on the run. RRL also disengaging away. Fun fact, talking about these itemization choices, which I want to bring up quickly before that fight recap. Boots of Travel Yules on the Void.
Yep, very surprised to see him go for this Boots of Travel, but one of the things that got them to kill over on the Monkey, he definitely did not see that backup coming.
From one tower push to another tower push and back to another tower push. The mid-tier one from the Dire side finally taken down. They get to keep theirs in mid, and looks like a smoke stack up here. They want to push the ante, or up the ante, and look towards the triangle, or potentially RRL in mids. Let's go with that. Duel is a bit too short for the LC, but it doesn't matter. They're going to close the distance anyway. They've got the slows from the Shadow Strike and the Mortimer's Kisses, and they get the duel. That one is a victory.
I know little boys here.
They might just be able to get a bit of damage in. Silence there with the cookie. Bushwhack Sharpshooter should be enough for the Timber kill. Yes, it is. First you get a duel victory, and then you do the same thing with 4 without the duel, and still get a second kill on both 2 big cores. There's a disturbance in the force.
Absolutely. DogChamp are absolutely snowballing this game out of control right now. There is going to be a BKB over on his co-op fairly soon. Looky is having the game of a lifetime, as you called it earlier. Absolutely loving life right now with the Armlet Blink. It's very hard for anybody over on the side of 5ManMidas to actually kill him. He's already so tanky.
EA has finished Battle Fury. So, I mean, there's a bit of spark of joy, spark of hope for lies, unless they are all full of lies. Because 5ManMidas is playing against a triple net worth lead core setup by DogChamp. Quap closing up on 10k, Monkey King following up right behind, and even an LC in the top 3. In this case, top 4, just a couple gold behind the Void Spirit. The jungle, a bit of a brawl going on. There's a casual ogre kill.
Yep. But at the very least, he got a ward down before he died. I wonder if that's going to be taken down by Bloody Nine immediately. Not this time. Alright. Very lucky.
Last time he did put a sentry here, so that was the one he used to spot if there's a ward on top of the cliff or next to the outpost. That sentry is now placed on the low ground, so he's not using a second sentry right next to another one. Meanwhile, bottom, there's a Radiant Scan being used. RRL gets the jump, but the Global Silence is there too. They might get a kill on the Snapfire, but he's got full stick charges and an instant full heal, pretty much. Well, not a full heal. The Snapfire is still ticking and taking a lot of damage. It's enough to keep Granny alive.
Yep. And it's enough to keep Looky from blinking in after the Void Spirit. Not just nice use of the global there, but very important to get that Arcane Curse off as well.
Pretty clutch plays, but still gets the duel off.
Oh,
Casual wandering ogre.
Ray!
Oh,
my man.
It's always the ogre. And for them it's a hooray, but on the other side it's just a ray.
It is getting late.
Sure is. It's 3 AM here, don't mind me. Looky getting the push bottom. Almost a full HP tower ahead too, but there's a Void Spirit to greet him. He's going to clear out the creep wave.
Oh,
Starting to work on an Agonist, but mid. Are they looking at Bolo?
Yeah, he just broke a smoke that got
Bolo.
popped basically on top of him. I think this move has been scouted.
At least surprising that the Silencer gets to live. Tell the story onward, and he's...
You
the moment I say that, he's getting dueled, and he's getting in trouble. He survives this one, though. They actually... Okay, I don't know if I should take my words back or not, but it's the LC who dies.
You know, they used to have a series on television like this. I shouldn't be alive. That's what happened to Bolo just now. He should not be alive.
I just got caster jinxed.
Maybe if you call out the caster curse while it's happening, it might actually fold back in on itself.
That's how we fulfill the prophecy. Bloody 9.
Might be.
There's his TP gone. Yeah, he just instantly got cancelled the moment he cast it. But what's happening with 5ManMidas? What? That just happened.
Did it
just happen? Granny's going away.
Bluff a TP and walk out of vision, and they believed he TP'd out? Is that what we saw? No, right? They just don't have steps anymore on their Void Spirit. They're too scared of a counter initiation.
Well, we have a replay. We have a replay on it. So RRL got stuck in the trees, and Lies also jumped on the Void because he was trying to cut down the tree with the Quelling Blade, and the Snapfire just got out scot-free. So they just misstepped the Astral Step pretty much. That's all that happened there, really. Oh, Snapfire gets away, and now Snap is a part of this 5-man smoke gank. If this leads into a kill, that's really going to hurt 5ManMidas because they've been spotted with a ward, and there's the duel, the jump on the Ogre. That's an opening. They need to get more. The buyback does come out. The Cookie's stun, and it's actually going to push them even further away. And the Global is going to be there as well with the BKB pop of the Queen of Pain going for the kill of the PA. And PA just gets barely out of the way with another jump of the Blur. But it's not going to be enough for Elalista, though. He's out. And Loki's just going in for these easy, quick kills with only a couple HP remaining on all these targets. He's got a double. He's got a triple. And now with the Timber Saw in the between. Lotus Orb is there. He's going to try and toggle. He's got that Arcane Curse on and lives through it. So the LC doesn't get killed. That is also a dieback on Ray. A dual victory, global silence burnt. I wouldn't be too surprised if DogChamp actually decided to go over Roshan when Stonebank is back up.
Yeah, but that monkey death is definitely very unfortunate. Not necessary, I think. It's hard though.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Stonebank is probably not feeling too happy after that, losing his life too. But still making it a 3-for-1 and also a dead Phantom Assassin, so they know that this PA timing has been pushed backwards again.
She's struggling her way towards this BQE, which she really needs. Not just versus all this magic damage, but also versus the break of the Sharpshooter.
They're trying to close up on this Timber Saw, but this ward on this Dire side jungle has been revealing a lot so far. One popped smoke on the Silencer, another teamfight attempt, a successful teamfight for DogChamp, and even this attempt to jump on top of the Timber Saw. This has been a very, very important ward in the last few minutes for 5ManMidas.
Dire's top tower is under
Dual bot lane.
Duel in bottom. No, Bolo. Poor Bolo.
I mean, you gotta go somewhere to get your experience, right? Get your last hits. Maybe if you're convinced they're all on the top lane.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And he quickly finds out that they are not, in fact, on the top lane. And that does open up the Roshan again.
LC has almost picked up more dual victories than Silencer has actually picked up permanent insta-stolen. Not talking about the dual damage, I'm talking about the number of duels. And Ray just got, well, not dueled, but 3-man pretty much ganged here inside his own jungle, and they're gonna go to Roche here. That's gonna be Aegis going in favor of DogChamp.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I wonder who they're going to give this one to. The monkey is the one who's been dying, but yeah, might as well secure his life this time around. Loki has been simply too tanky. Also has a BKB on the way very, very soon. And the Quap already has hers, so none of them really at risk of dying anytime soon.
It could be super important on the Monkey King too, and I feel like this is when you got to start pushing the throttle with DogChamp. Your lineup is kind of reaching a peak. You could almost, well, not a peak, but a very, very strong window, which you would love to utilize against 5ManMidas. But this Aegis now start taking down towers. Most importantly, top tier 2 and mid tier 2. Bottom they can ignore, as long as they get those tier 2s out of the way.
It's about the comparative strength here, right? With the BKB over on the Queen of Pain, you're not afraid of the global silence anymore. You're not afraid of the next item that's going to come up from RRL, which is his Aghanim Scepter. That silence as well, not going to do anything to waylay you. And the same goes for these other heroes with their BKBs. They can almost ignore the Void Spirit and all of his burst damage. Which means that the only one that's really going to be able to stand in their way is Little Boy. And depending on how you play it, you can either decide to kill him during your BKB durations, or you can decide to ignore him and murder everybody else. I'm a favor of the latter.
5ManMidas with a couple items that they really need. First of all, BKB on PA is something that you need to have, and Aghanims on the Void Spirit, which is halfway being built. A bit over halfway, but still quite far off. Also pretty important part too. It might sound dumb, but the Ogre Shard is actually pretty good this game.
Nope, completely agreed actually. That Fire Shield can do a lot of work to save people from duels.
Such an underrated shard too, because people usually don't even talk about the importance of it, but it's actually pretty huge. It's pretty big.
Especially these big chunking attacks from a Legion Commander, from a Monkey King. Negating 85% of the damage, pretty huge. We've seen it used actually effectively in the previous game already versus the Sniper.
Yeah. Especially against snipers and LC duels. Multicast on several allies against squishy targets like the Hoodwink, the Snapfire Wraith. They really take a punishing from that. So they would have to build those stats. As you can see on your screens right now, we have a lovely little graph building towards DogChamp here. They've got every possibility in the world right now to win this game. If this game does stretch forward, we can only see 5ManMidas getting stronger by the minute. They did not have the best laning stage or post-laning stage. PA was very far behind in net worth compared to everybody else. So now, climbing all the way back to 3rd place. Net worth with 10k now broken 23 minutes in. Almost has a BKB. Still would like to have 1 or 2 items to really pump up the maximum. And talking about squishies, if we have like that Fire Shield on the Ogre, I would like to see an Aghanim's like item 5 on Phantom Assassin. Maybe even that 6th item, luxury item on top. But this could be the game where you can just keep on jumping from one place to another.
It is possible. They don't actually have that much lockdown for it. It's mostly just raw damage that is a threat.
Yeah, it might be that they might even go for it. The Void Spirit quickly caught on the duels there, perfectly finding RRL. Might have outplayed himself there, but Luki was ready.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oof.
Another pause. Still seems to be the... I don't think the lag was the cause of Raylalise's death. I'm sure somebody else is lagging. But the Void Spirit did get outplayed a bit there for a second, though.
now you did it. Now you confused RRL and Raylaliza. It's not just me.
Yep, I think we're all doing it right now. I mean, yeah, like they're saying there, it's 4 a.m. there, 3 a.m. here. I wonder what time it is in chat. I mean, a lot of people from all over the place. As it is, we're all watching NA Dota. Crystal looking for the quick TP in, right next to everybody. Uses Lotus Orb soon. Actually get targeted by a single spell there, so he's holding his ground pretty well. Pushback misses, Cookie. Push Stone back to safety, and still it keeps on going, but is he gone too far? Did he bite too much that he can take? Cambridge off back to safety, forces the BKB up with the Queen of Pain. Queen still trying to keep up that pressure. Sonic Web is ready, and that's going to be Polo gone. No global silence for 35 seconds, and the stun into the Ogre. Bloody Knight dropping low, but the dual save, and Lies is in trouble.
No, he's not.
At the Luki, Elsie is down. You've given 20 damage to the Phantom Assassin. Stonebank on the chase to the PA. The PA gets hit by Stonebank. He's going to try and teleport away, and he just gets it. That BKB is still up by the time the teleport finishes. So Aegis blown. DogChamp, if he minus the Aegis, that would have been a team wipe. Dual victory for PA.
That was wild.
That was NA, baby.
Absolutely, and you could see that they want none of what this Timbersaw is selling. He deals too much damage, he's too tanky, they'd really rather not focus him, but he goes in so deep that they think, well, we have to punish him for this, right? And they just can't, and it ends up with Lies here dodging a couple of those chops from the duel, getting out, well, not quite alive, but definitely with murder. Now, oh, they caught Stonebanks again.
That is actually a huge kill for 5ManMidas, that they've caught the Monkey King.
QB was still on cooldown.
After the Aegis being used, and Bloody 9. It's going to be another kill. The stun's going to be there. Bolo's going to be stealing your intelligence. Granny's going to be feeling weird after that. Looky goes for the duel. The Global Silence is there as well. They might be able to keep this Void Spirit up, but the stun connecting onto the Legion Commander with a Fire Blast from the Ogre. And another Remnant is there. And here comes Little Boy. But so does Grey Lalisa with the Green of Pain. And tries to get a bit out, but she's got every spell on cooldown. She's relying on right clicks. It's just right clicks at this point. Shadow Strike's going to be reflecting backwards, but there's a little bit of beacon. He's still up, and now getting caught by the Remnant. There's going to be another jump there from Lies showing up there. But this PA doesn't quite get this slice and dice, this Queen of Pain. DogChamp suffer another 4 heroes gone. Fight recap might show 3-1, but that MK being the epitome, the start for that fight. And here you can see, they just find Stonebank casually farming in the jungle and taken all the way down from 100% to 0.
Awful way to start off the fight if you DogChamp. And as a result, the fact that this was in your own jungle cost you your bottom tower as well. This PA, she is how is she recovering?
I feel like the doctors have given a really good estimate on this PA. Stonebank doesn't have anything here to give, really.
This should be
blessed. The fact is that if they don't get the sharpshooter out on her, the evasion is actually very powerful in this game. As well as, of course, the fact you can always crit your way out of trouble on a PA, and she has been doing that. So, Garen, his team is definitely going to need a little bit more from him, because they can't afford to see him die again before the PA gets involved in the fight.
Well, they are sitting in the dire half of the map inside the jungle. RRL is hoping for someone to take this regen rune from the enemy team. He's so ready to just spring the trap. But he's going to be the one leading the charge. Bloody 9 on the side. Yarn in the trees. Stonebank into the trees as well. Looky has been found. L sees the target. The prime target is takedown is instant. And the BKB comes out on the global silence. Looky's already taken down, but the Monkey King ulti is also there. But Stonebank not getting to hit any targets right now. And Bloody 9 gets blown up by Little Boy. Little Boy has been controlled though. And keeping this Timbersaw controlled at least for a bit longer. They also take down Bolo in the back. DogChamp finding themselves some kills. Knight boundless strike on 2. But Garen's not getting out of there. Not anytime soon either. Lalisa. Lies is still in the back, waiting. When can I go and when can I finally join the fight? And now going on Bloody 9 and brings 50% of his HP, or her HP as Granny's out. DogChamp again successful with these team fights, and this game has now truly changed into one direction, not the band, but 5ManMidas.
No damage from DogChamp really, or should I say not enough damage here. You can see how they throw the Void Spirit full frontal here. He survives going in, survives tanking the full amount of the Quap's abilities as well. And then PA waits over on the side, does not want to get caught out of position by Yaren, and instead waits until she gets that view while the Little Boy is just tanking everything. He does not die either. DogChamp has to focus fire somebody, and I don't think they can decide who's the bigger threat right now.
Well, if this Timbersaw Little Boy, if he's ever been playing a roleplay game, I feel like he would fit a very good role in a tank and raiding group. He's doing his job pretty well. He's drawing so much attention and traction from DogChamp. He really makes them hit this guy, while they, at the same time, don't want to hit the Timber Saw. It's like an axe without a taunt.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
30 minutes played, and it's a downslide. The graph is showing one way only.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Attempt made and failed on RL there. That was extremely close.
Not the first time.
The first time.
RL has definitely been testing the waters a few times this game. This series even.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Luki. He's got that dual talent. He's got that dual talent.
Gun if you
able
want
to
to
catch
go.
the Timber Saw, but what do you have the damage against this guy? He's got 40 armor. Sharpshooter misses, and now Little Boy's gonna go in.
Radiant's middle tower.
You want some of this?
He's just putting himself square in the middle of everything. Let's see if they have the damage now.
Backup from his allies, because right now, Little Boy's actually history. 5ManMidas. Ray's gonna be the next one to follow. He's trying to run away from Stonebank. Stonebank still on the chase. Another Primal Spring available in 10 seconds. BKBPA. You don't have a basher, but you can definitely hack a couple hits in. Just to show how furious you are at this Phantom Assassin. So BKB gone for over a minute. Bit of a push attempt here from RRL. Trying to force the attention, and actually has succeeded in doing so, because Rayla Lisa's right there. Void Spirit gets the jump into the trees. Pops right there, locates him. Do you have to cancel for this? No. Elsie's not close enough for another. If only you had a second Blink Dagger to use, but not in this case.
Not in this case, and at the very least the Monkey King has shown off his MPB now, so the PA knows that she's finally somewhat contested, even while she's in her BKB. It's not a get out of jail free card anymore. But honestly, I don't know if she cares at this point. There's going to be a Satanic up on this woman pretty soon, and she's going to be cracking the top of the net worth any time now.
Yep. They're trying to play with Luki here in this mid lane a little bit. Monkey King now scouting ahead. Doesn't have vision on RRL.
How did
now
you?
They see him. They see the Monkey King quickly, but the Boundless Strike misses. Can't close in the Void Spirit. Can't keep him in place.
Is under attack.
Mystic check
Roche.
for Roche. Well, they're actually pretty close.
Dire are scanning.
Dire scan too. They've just drawn the attention of the 5ManMidas lineup. If that is not an indication for aggroing somebody, then I don't know what is. Roshan has spawned, and most importantly, both teams smoked up. Fight might just break loose here in the river. Little Boy in the front. Smokes finally pop. Raised the one to tank them. Luki jumps in, but the Void Spirit's not there. Polo's not there as well. Lyon's got get the stun on this LC. Ogre, he's down to 400 HP, and they get the first kill. It goes for DogChamp. Little Boy onto the high ground. Look at Granny just gets two-shotted by Lies. Luki needs some backup. He's got none. The Sonic Wave does connect with the Void Spirit. He's down to 150 HP, and he gets the silence into, and Lies is cleaning through. They might get the kill on RRL. Rayla Lisa coming in with the buyback. Yaren is the next one to fall. And only two remaining. Then Stonebank. He is trying to disengage. They've left Rayla Lisa, the Queen of Pain, all alone. And that's a die back on the Quap. 5ManMidas have just almost nearly wiped them out.
Quad back, only to get first hit bashed. That is PA gaming. That is peak Phantom Assassin. Nonsense.
They got the kill on the Ogre. Ogre buys back, and it's back to a 5v5. And then DogChamp starts to hit casualties. They start to lose members one by one. As you said, first hit bash from PA. That's just the way it is sometimes.
Radiant's middle tower.
Initiation was so unfortunate as well. You can see that Luki knows he needs to grab the Void Spirit. They've tried 3 times now, he never got him, and this time again, it's almost like they swapped places. He goes in way too deep, cannot get the Void, and then on the second attempt as well, he runs into a very nicely placed Remnant, and as a result, Legion Commander with that disable spends the entire time running after his target, never getting him, while Little Boy and Lies mop up the team fight.
Almost think that it took a bit too long for DogChamp to finish out and close out this game. This 5ManMidas is inside your base. Phantom Assassin The core, who used to be 6th place in farm, is now way ahead of everybody else on the entire server. She's loving it. She's loving her life right now. RRL knows he's got the backup. One shot on Bloody 9. Luki's BKB already popped. 5ManMidas continue to siege. They've already taken the mid melee, now working their way to this bottom lane of Rax. Monkey King ulti thrown in. They've got the stun on the PA, still need to burst through that Aegis. There's a Monkey King bar on the MK. A dual victory for Luki with the Aegis burns. Little boy trying to make a run for it. They got the Aegis control from the Aegis just by getting so back. He's gonna go hack it away, but he's not gonna. He's gonna escape as well. So he's got the boundless strike, but he's already too far away. And Ray, even if the Soldier dies, they didn't get the PA, the one they wanted, the one they needed. Phantom Assassin is out, and does this also mean Little Boy's TPing out? Yes, he is. They got 1 kill. They got 1 kill on the Aegis.
For all of their troubles, and their positioning, the PA was so far stuck into their base as well, but you know, if you leave any of those creeps alive, she still gets to jump out.
Lies jumps into the front to help the Timbersaw, gets dueled, and look at that, she escapes after all of this. 6-second cooldown, 5-second cooldown with the Phantom Strike. And all you needed was just that 5 seconds of wait to be able to get out of that fight. Silence runs out, stuns run out, and even with a Monkey King bar, this Monkey King is not doing nearly enough damage to kill off this Phantom Assassin with 2.9k HP with a Satanic.
He is not. Beautiful wait there from RL as well, standing in the wings, waiting until the backline comes forward to re-engage on his Phantom Assassin. Silences 3 there. And then, of course, TP's out himself as well.
If this smoke doesn't succeed, we might be looking at the last moments for DogChamp. They need to score a victory here. Only 1 buyback, that's on Yoren. Luki, once again, leading the charge. Has had such a great game on the LC. Wants to keep on going. They found the PA. They know exactly where Lies, and Lies doesn't know anything. Pops a BKB. No, she doesn't get it off at all. And an important victory. Global Silence also being forced out, and now DogChamp looking for more. RRL goes for the jump in as well. PA coming to the 5, going to try and blow up Stone back very low on HP, gets the ulti up at the time. Little Boy getting control of the full HP back onto the Monkey King. They're going to take down a second one, and now on the run, trying to get out. Lies just bought back for this. Do they still go for it? 5 versus 3.
Absolutely.
This fight, they're going to start the BKB coming out of the line. It's going to get blown up. Triple kill the Stone bang. They're going to lose Bloody 9, and then the buyback coming in from the Snapfire. And can Luki make his way out? He's being chased, but the creep wave is there. Lies is going to be chasing this Legion Commander. RRL coming in as well. The Boundless Strike does connect onto the Void Spirit. Another jump of Lies, and now they're going to turn around for a second. At least the Cookie. Monkey King's been pushed into the front line. The Void Spirit's there too. RRL's going to be controlled. Yulf into the air with the Lotus of Phantom Assassin mostly caught inside the tree. Lies. The Jewel is there. They're going to take the Void Spirit. They're going to kill everybody. What is happening here? DogChamp. They did it!
They did it! All those buybacks! For nothing!
That's a dieback on the PA, and DogChamp are still fighting. They're still in this game. We, like, 30 seconds before this, we were discussing this needs to work out for them. Otherwise, it's GG, and they do. Look at this chase. Look at Luki. He doesn't want to go to the creep wave. He tries to keep the PA from jumping on him. And the bushwhack. Then Lies is suddenly very alone in the front. Monkey King gets pushed in with the Cookie. RRL somehow gets hit by the Sonic Wave. He's just rolling backwards. And another, Yaren is just throwing these beautiful bushwhacks from the back the whole time. Luki gets the duel in. And they clear out the rest of the crew. Lies is the last one to fall in that fight too. So even all of that, hoodwinked with those bushwhacks, Luki dueling the back line, and all of that control all came to that one moment. Now DogChamp is the one pushing inside the 5ManMidas base. They forced out the Glyph Ray. Little Boy. Double chakrams, don't hurt the Monkey King too much. Zone Bank keeps at the push. There's the attack duel is there as well. The Ogre Major will be caught. That's going to be another duel victory. Luki's got it. Range Rex down, melee Rex down. Void Spirit has just spawned. 30 seconds for the Phantom Assassin. 60 seconds for the Ogre to come back up. Press the attack. That shard doesn't take any damage from the initial chakrams. Now the jump in from the Void Spirit. RRL. 30 seconds for duel. Stonebank, Lotus Orb. Comes back onto the silencer. They want to drop the Monkey King only down here. They're going to make it down. They're going to get the melee racks in mid. That's going to be mega creeps inside the base of 5ManMidas. BKB TP out. Monkey King's going to get out unscathed, unharmed. Bloody Nine's going to be caught. Snapfire might take the bullet for the team. 100 seconds. Yaren is out. Raylalise is out. Luki's out.
That is not good enough of a kill for 5ManMidas to chase out anything here. They need somebody else. And I think RL is looking for it, but this is... If he doesn't catch anybody, he might actually die himself. He does have the Aeon Disc. DogChamp are just hugging their Ancient right now. Not looking to get caught off guard. As long as they hold their buildings here, this game is back in their hands.
Wonder what the graphs look like. I really wonder what the graphs look like. Ooh. You see that little dip down there from 8% to 71% in just a couple minutes. DogChamp really getting back into this game, back with their assets, just through sheer team fighting.
And the PA is now in this awkward point where she can't really fight the Monkey King anymore. He's got a butterfly, so she's working against her own tricks here. And unfortunately for her, her break of the 5ManMidas does nothing against that, whereas she can still very much be broken by the enemy Hoodwink. And yeah, is she going to buy an MKB? I don't think so, but that means that this Monkey King is most likely always going to get that turnaround. He's not thin, like his HP is big enough that you don't actually get to crit him down anymore. Means 4 hits for the Monkey King, means full HP up again as soon as the boundless strike happens. And this is where it's awkward for a Phantom Assassin.
What does DogChamp want to do next? Now they have to buy back up on the Queen of Pain. She needs a couple hundred gold. Have it, but at least it's off cooldown now. PA still needs 4 minutes. They're looking at RRL. Look at Luki. Void is not going to get there, though. Void returns back to base. 4 heroes from 5ManMidas here pushing this bot lane in. Luki still hunting for a duel. Looks like they found a Void. How does she get there? You don't have a ninja here. You don't have a smoke on you. Have to have some way to get closer to this Void Spirit and just get that duel. Too much open ground.
Selfish.
RL very wisely only clearing inside of the base. It's outside of the base. Little boy knows that he's not going to be.
Yeah, they're returning back to base. They pushed out the waves, and with the smoke, they're back in again.
Hoping to catch anybody on the way back in, but nobody was there, and now they've given up most of their terrain. It is so hard versus these mega creeps, trying to keep the waves out. Maybe instead you send RRL over to a side wave now and you hold the base with most of your heroes, but it means giving up on the chance that you kill anybody, because RRL at this point can't afford to try and go for a kill alone.
Harder and harder. As long as this game progresses. We got a moon shard picked up on this Legion Commander, because why the hell not? 5-man smoke from 5ManMidas. Looking at a very dangerous opportunity because they're sitting under a ward, and Snapfire is going to be the one to take the brunt, but the press, the attack's there. The jump from Lies tries to take the Snapfire down, will be able to. There's not going to be a one hero coming back to this fight at all. They got the global silence. They're trying to regroup and reset. Raylalise somehow blinks out, but gets killed by the Astral Step debuff. She already made it out, but she's still dead. Has a buyback. Will return in 90 seconds. Using the gem to keyword. Get this area back in control. They saw a glimpse of Stonebank. It's also inside the base.
RL having to return. This Aegis is so important for either side. DogChamp can't really finish without it. 5ManMidas getting an Aegis might actually have the opportunity to turn this game once again.
Approach the spawn. Refresher shard. Someone lucky is going to get a double BKB with the help of that refresher. LC could maybe even just go for a double duel. That duel is becoming super important. If you can get it twice inside one team fight, till the end. Lies. Goes inside the Roach, but Yaren is there to scout it out. Lies starts Roach. At least a couple hits. RRL still inside the base. Needs to clear the creep, but Luki going for a wraparound. They see Ray. He's too far away, but he's got the cast talent. He's gonna get the ogre. The gems down to the ground. The buyback will come out. Bolo is right there. Lies get the jump on the Legion commander, but Luki's able to walk out. Stonebank. Yaren waiting for Little Boy to close in. Get closer a little bit. Hoodwink's now being initiated on Yaren. It's not gonna live for too long. It's not enough. Even the Guardian Greaves from Bloody Nine can't keep this Hoodwink alive. 3 buybacks still remaining on DogChamp. 2 for 5ManMidas. Luki. Look at the wraparound from him. They force him out. Hoodwink buyback. Mortimer's kisses have been used.
And 5ManMidas is going to have to go back to base pretty soon. Bolo is trying to keep up versus a Mega Creep, but he is just one silencer. Yep. He's not going to hold out forever.
Just one silencer, exactly. Bolo does have a lot of right-click damage, but right now, with the reset move, DogChamp moving to the Roach Pit. They want to take this for themselves. Lies is right in front of the Roach Pit. What does this PA want to do? Do they get there inside the chocolates are there? They're going to take the snatch on the Aegis, and they got themselves the Sonic Web connecting on the 3. But the beacon of the global sub will be used at the same time. Lies is not going to live for long enough. The PA's down. The PA's down. The PA is down. RRL still trying to get some work done with the Monkey King. Ulti's there too. Timber's on the runaway, and they're doing it. DogChamp, I don't mind what you call him. GG. We are going to a game number 3, and DogChamp, game that they once already lost control of, they gain it back.